Good morning, gurus. Welcome to another episode. Hope you're having a beautiful day. I look like a koala bear now, which is beautiful. We're going to jump into charts, Bitcoin, Ethereum. We were pumping crazy yesterday. And then Trump announced that there will be no deal with the tariffs with China. And there is going to be no reduction in tariffs. And then the market massively dropped on this news. And Bitcoin also dropped. But on the technicals, we saw there was a slight rising wedge. So it was expected to 85 to come down to 82. Now what we need to see is massive volume with massive bounce, and that will confirm Bitcoin pumping. Let's jump into technicals for Bitcoin, my trades, and Ethereum. Hit the subscribe button, smash up, thumbs up button, turn on the bell. In 12 hours, I will do Bitcoin and Tesla. Right now, I'm going to do Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's jump into technicals for Bitcoin now. We're going into... So technicals, my account 570. Yesterday it was much higher. Yesterday it was like 620. Let's see what it says on the calendar, but it didn't record it, it seems. The highest we got for 561. Now it's 569. So still on the week, one of the highest. I started the week off at 493. So I'm up 7 plus 77k this week. Or almost side with chopper, 77k, let's say. You can see Bitcoin hit a high of, we had a double top at 83, but then it broke through and we hit a high of 85,800, and then we pulled back to 82 on this Trump announcement. We were at 87 almost. No, 86 was the high, 86, and then from there, the Trump announcement about tariffs not being, no deal with China, and then we got a bounce to 84, and then it fell back to 82. Funding fee has gone negative. Looks like a little bit of a head and shoulders. Everyone see that? Shoulder, head, shoulder. We're going to jump into technicals. Funding fee positive. Bitcoin trade almost $18,000 in profits. At 86, this trade was 3K times 5. 50K in profits. At 86, this was 50K in profits. Ethereum trade is in the negative 3,500. Still pulling back. Let's jump in technicals for Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're going into the technicals, sorting out altcoins. Altcoins got hit pretty hard on the weekend, actually, on this drop. We're all down 5%, Ton 5%, Solana 3%, Ethereum 3%, Uni 2%, Doge 3%, total market cap 2%, Bitcoin down 2% on that Trump tariff debacle. Let's go into Bitcoin, 83,573. So you can see this is the descending wedge that we had, and then we broke out, and you could see that it did. So descending wedge on the bigger time frame builds pressure, and we've got an early breakout. It's a little bit early. We should get one more pullback to 73, to be honest, which is a 10k drop from here. So we might close the trades. Let's go on to the weekly. On the weekly candles, we finished the week, 26 minutes to finish the week, and it looks like it's going to be a bullish engulfing candle. Almost just the green candle, not engulfing, because it was, but then it pulled back. Stochastic is turning up from oversold. Volume strong this week. Crypto Guru Bot fired a blue buy in February 2023. 20k. It's still a blue buy now. You get it in the crypto master course, jamescryptoguru.com. Bitcoin Indicator Bot fired a sell at 108k. Did not yet fire a buy. The full moon was yesterday. Usually we get a full moon pump, which we did have a pump this week. But if that was the pump, that's pretty weak. Stochastic on the weekly oversold. Volume very strong. Let's go into the daily. On the daily, we had this descending wedge, and we're having a retest. Let's go into the 4-hourly. On the 4-hourly, you can see we had this small rising wedge here. Small rising wedge builds pressure and breaks down, but it broke out of the bigger descending wedge. So it is expected that we have a little bit of a pullback here onto the trend line. Now we need to get a strong bounce. For this to continue, we need to get a strong bounce. If not, we're going to drop down the base of the triangle. So this distance here. If we don't get a strong bounce, we're going to drop to 79k, 78k, which is about $5,000 drop. But on the bigger time frames, we got this bigger pattern that broke out, so we should get a retest. But usually these bigger patterns, they break out 70% of the move. So usually it would break out something like this. Builds pressure, and bounces from here, then breaks out. So I do think we have there is a chance of one more pullback to 73k. If I was going long, one long I would take is off 80k 900, stop loss 79 500, take profit 96, risk reward 11 times 1,400 to make 15,000. 10x leverage will be 150,000. That's one of the trades I would make. On the 1 hourly, you can see that we are breaking down, but see there's a small head and shoulders on the 1 hour. Everyone see that? Little bit of a head and shoulders here. Shoulder, head, shoulder. If this breaks down the base of the head, we will be going to, and I saw that yesterday actually, I saw that descending wedge at 86. Would have been smart to close it, but because that breakout, I didn't want to really close here. Target would be 80k if it drops, which will be pretty much all the profit wiped. I could close it and set trades at 78. Clear head and shoulders here, which is not the best. You can see clearly head and shoulders. But we are retesting this bigger pattern. Would have been better to close it at 86. 2,500 times 5. We're talking that would be a $10,000, almost $15,000 price difference. But clear descending rising wedge and head and shoulders. Okay, let's go into Ethereum. If Ethereum tells us the same thing, then better I close it. And let's see what Ethereum picture gives us. So here we have symmetrical triangle of a big descending wedge, but the same thing. But this descending wedge on Ethereum is almost ready to go. You can see here you have a descending wedge on Ethereum. Descending wedge. And this one is ready to break out. And it looks like it hit my trade from yesterday's video. It's on a close to activating at 1485. Stop loss 1400. Take profit would be 2,600. So it doesn't look like Ethereum is going to pull back that much. And here we're still retesting this downward trend line. I'm going to leave it open. However, it would be, there is a possibility that you could close now and open at 79. 79 would be best place to open, to be honest. But I'm going to leave it open because of that bigger pattern. So yes, we have a good chance that we can pull back to 79. You can see from this rising wedge, it's already breaking down. And it could come down to 79. However, I'm going to keep this trade open because of the bigger pattern that we've already broken out of. Usually though, it could break down further because usually it breaks out later like this. So it could pull back to 73. However, I'm going to keep it open because of the Ethereum trade. I do think Ethereum has a chance of breaking out. So I think we could get it. Let's go into the total market cap to be 2.6 trillion. Look at that, exactly rejected off that resistance. No breakout pattern, it's just a descending trend line. If we measure these three touches, then we have a descending wedge that would pull back to, before breaking out, 2.2 trillion. So 400 billion wiped from the market. So it looks like one big drop to go, everyone. Descending wedge builds pressure. We could come to 2.1 trillion and then break out. I don't think there would be that much panic that we could go below 2.3 trillion like we had. That was a big panic on the tariff announcements. Difficult one. I could close and open everything again at 2.3 trillion, a 300 billion drop. This is a good chance to do that. Also with Bitcoin, it could pull back, but I'm going to keep it open because of this bigger descending wedge. Because of this big of a descending wedge. But again, it does have a risk because it can easily pull back to the support. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to keep the trades open right now because of that bigger pattern though. But 79k would be the safest point to go long and then take it to 97. This is the trade. 79, stop loss 77,500, take profit 96, risk 1,400 to make 17,800. No leverage per Bitcoin. but clear rising wedge breaking down here. Let's see if it managed to hold this trend line and this breakout. Again, I'm still in my trades. 17,500 in profit on Bitcoin, 3,600 negative on Ethereum. At the peak of this trade, it was almost 30,000 or 40,000 on Ethereum. The account was pumping a lot more. I am going to keep it open though, because the news came out on a Sunday night again, exactly, which is interesting, this tariff news. You can join us in the Telegram, 211 people online, 75% of OM tokens owned by the community. There was some massive drop on OM. It went from $6 down to $1, and then people went long and got a bounce on it. But I would be very careful with these crazy valuations, like $1 billion for an altcoin. White House says Trump has no plans to speak with Chinese President Xi Jinping about tariff war. And then that's when the Trump and no tariff exception announced Friday. That was announced Friday. They said that it was wrong. And that's what dropped the market a lot. Join us in the conversation. Let's see if you've got any questions. James, hello, my friend. You said that we can get a Bitcoin indicator bot together with your courses, but there's only Crypto Guru bot. No, it also has the Bitcoin indicator bot. Send an email to the contact at jamescryptoguru.com, and the team will double check. A good man, thank you. Good morning, Guru. Good morning, thanks. Do support for Sui and Solana. If more requests in the next videos. I see Bitcoin sweeping the liquidity at 71 before the big pump. Very possible. This guy laughed at him. I do think we could pull back. There is potentially. Hello, James. I like when you talk at the end of your videos about the market. You can do more of this. Thank you. Let's go, brother. Your dip buys are phenomenal. Thank you. And also, don't forget, there's a MacBook Air to be won right now. 107,800 followers on X. And you can see I'm giving away in 5 more days. I'm going to give away a MacBook Air. I'm giving away a brand new MacBook Air with Bybit. Bybit is doing an amazing promotion with JCG, giving away MacBook Air. Sign up to Bybit using this link, KYC required. Make your first deposit. Follow James Bybit. Tag 3 friends. You go in the chance to win MacBook Air. 32,000 people have seen it. 68 people have already signed up, which is beautiful. All the links are down below. Bybit 60k bonus. That's the main exchange I trade. Weex $200 just for signing up. KYC free worldwide exchange, and jamescryptoguru.com for the courses and for the Telegram. And yeah, that's my updates in the market. Let's see how Bitcoin does. My portfolio just hit over $1 million today because of James with expertise and guidance. Taking his master course is a must. And you can see people bought a new Harley Davidson, Roads King, people's comments. And I do think there is a chance that we can get a strong pullback, which was clearly visible on the 4-hourly. Down to 79. I could potentially close it and set orders down. That would be 4,000, almost it'll give back the profits if it does pull back. But there is a slight chance that this early breakout could hold here, and then Bitcoin could bounce with volume, and that will confirm the long, and target then would be 96k. So I'm going to hold my trades open, but there would be a chance. Let me know in the comment section, do you think I should close it and open again at 79, 77 and 73, or do you think I should leave it open on the potential of this bigger pullback? And it is very oversold on the weekly. On the daily we are overbought though, but on the weekly extremely oversold. Let me know in the comment section what you think. That's my updates in the market. Love you all. Hope you learn a lot. Hit the subscribe button, smash up, thumbs up button, and turn on the bell. Let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Should I close the trades and open it lower, or do I wait for this bigger pullback, bigger pattern to play out, which I think this is what I'm leaning to. But I could close it and then set those trades lower. If it does pull back, then save that profit. Hit the subscribe button, smash up, thumbs up button, turn on the bell. Go to X to win that MacBook Air. Sign up to Bybit. Love you all. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.